So yeah, first season for West Coast with a female team. How exciting is that for you?
Yeah, really exciting. Obviously tonight is our official start date to pre-season, and there's a real buzz around the football club, and yeah, we're really looking forward to officially starting, getting the girls prepared, in the lead into the Christmas break, and then obviously the season starting in January.
Luke, given your expansion club, what are your expectations of the team this year?
Yeah, that's obviously being one of 4 expansion sides. Our expectations are, obviously we respect the competition, and there's sides that have been in the competition for 3 seasons now. But we're looking at, really being a consistent and a competitive side. We feel like we're really well planned going into our first pre-season, from a training structure, from a staffing structure, from a resource point of view. So we expect the competition's going to be a really high level, but our efforts are all based around consistency and being a competitive team.
You've got a really good core of experience, a few from the Dockers, a few from the AFLW. Were you going to fall back on those girls a little bit as the season wears on and as pre-season wears on? Yeah,
our list build has been a really exciting one. Obviously, we brought the 30 players together. We feel like we've got a really good balance of experience, but also some exciting young talent. And, that's going to hold us in really good stead going into the pre-season. You've mentioned that we do have some experience at the top end of the group, which is great. The likes of Emma Swanson, Melissa Caulfield, Dana Hooker, obviously. So we feel there's a really good blend there.
Have the girls had an opportunity to meet before tonight's training, or is this the first time they're getting together?
No, they have been able to meet prior to the official start date tonight. They've been voluntarily coming into the football club, doing some training in and around the facility in small groups, which has given them a really good opportunity to connect, and in a way it's been less formal. So we feel like we've obviously got a bit to go with connecting the group together over the pre-season, but they have been given an opportunity to voluntarily come into the club and start building those relationships.
You've coached a few from the Dockers, Paris being one of them. Do you think that inter-club rivalry between the Free and Dockers will be the same in the Women's League? Yeah,
I think there'll be a lot of rivalry, with all the teams that we come up against, and being a 2-team town, yes, there's certainly a bit more heightened rivalry around us and Fremantle. Probably on the back of us selecting 8 of their players in the sign and trade period, and Paris being one of those players. But we'll treat it like it's another game. It's round 2 for us. It's our first home game, which is an exciting one for the football club. And given that it's going to be at Optus Stadium too, there'll be a lot of excitement around that fixture.
You've got less than 3 months to essentially gel this group, find out where everyone's best to play and all that. Is that a difficult thing to do, and how do you go about that?
Yeah, there's some difficulties around, preparing the team, because we haven't had them playing as a group this season. So our pre-season will be strongly based around getting the girls conditioned, obviously allowing their skills to flourish in training, but also we'll be able to get some match simulation into them over the pre-season, which will give us a really good look at what our side and the best balance for the side going into the first pre-season games.
How important is it to have a player like Dana Hooker, who's so experienced and so good, for some of those younger girls and some of those other players who haven't played at the high level yet?
Yeah, certainly Dana's experience in the AFLW is significant. She's a fantastic player. As I mentioned previously, we do have other players who have experience in the competition along with Dana. She's a fantastic trainer. The way she prepares her body, the way she drives the group has been significant. Her standards, both on and off the field. So certainly for her as a role model to the younger players, it's really important, and she's a significant piece to that.
One other one I want to talk about is Michaela Bowen. There obviously wasn't taken in the draft because she was a pre-selection. So there's not been a lot of hype around her, but she was WA under 18s, best and fairest, played a lot of AFLW this year. Are you excited to see what she can do at that big stage?
Yeah, absolutely. Michaela's a ripper. She's played obviously for WA, but also for Swan Districts in the AFLW. She's a player who works really hard at improving herself. She's fit. She knows she's got areas of her game that she wants to continue to work on. But we were really excited to sign her as a 17-year-old going back earlier this season, and it's been fantastic to see the way that she's played her season at Swans, but also leading WA in the National Carnival. So we're really excited to see her come on in an AFLW environment.
Sophie McDonald only started playing football a year ago. How's her training coming along, and what are your hopes for her this season?
Yeah, Sophie's an interesting player. We've obviously we rate her really highly. She's from Albany, from a dairy farm, and has a hockey athletics background. But we've seen a huge amount of growth in her football over a short period of time this season, and we were really keen to add her to our list. She's a dynamic player. She's athletic. She's picked up the game really quickly. So we're really excited to see how she builds and grows in our environment going forward.
And back to Phoebe, is she planning to be in the ruck?
Paris?
Oh, sorry, Paris.
Yeah. So Paris Laurie, again, a really athletic type. She will play in the ruck. She played some fantastic football in the ruck the season just gone. She may also push forward at times. She's got a really good aerobic base, and certainly we see her as a really versatile player.
You've got a great band of assistants with you, some AFL experience, and then Michelle as well, who's coached the team at AFLW. How much do you take from them, and how much rein do you give them at training?
Yeah, our coaching group has really good experience, and it's a good blend. You mentioned Michelle Cowan, who's obviously coached her own team in the AFLW, and we have some former players of the football club who have been really invested in our program, not only of recent times, but in our academy programs. And yeah, I look forward to working with them even more closely over the pre-season. They'll be given a lot of structure and responsibility around training and also on game day. But I'm really looking forward to seeing their own coaching strengths come out as obviously we grow as a coaching group, but also with the players.
Is it hoped with more teams coming on like the Eagles that this will maybe gain a bit more interest in the men's league?
Oh, I certainly hope so. I think looking back at the season that has just gone in AFLW, the standard of the competition has really improved. You can see that the way that the teams are preparing, the way that they go about their own game plans has been really impressive. And we're under no illusions that we're going to have to prepare our side as best as possible to be competitive. And I think given that the 4 expansion teams coming in, there's 120 new players to the competition. That will only attract even more support. And obviously, our club is a big club, and we look forward to our fans getting along to our games. And it starts tonight with an open training session that is at 5:45, and we're really excited about how many blue and gold supporters are going to come down and support us. When we hit the competition in January.
What's the plan of attack for tonight, and I guess the motivation that you plan to give the girls?
Yeah, it's an exciting night for the football club, as I mentioned. Team meeting will be at 5:30, so we'll go through a couple of things in terms of how training is going to look. There'll be a lot of energy in the room, which will be really exciting. And we'll hit the track and start getting the girls kicking the footies, handballing, getting into some drills. And as I said, hopefully there'll be a few fans there to come and cheer them on as they hit the track for the first time as a group. But it'll be training as you know, as planned, and they'll stick around and have a meal afterwards, and we'll just start the week in a really positive way.
Any words of wisdom for the women tonight?
Oh, I think it's just enjoy the moment. That's what I'm going to do as the coach. I want to speak to them as you know, it's our inaugural pre-season starting date for this squad, and I think enjoy the moment, enjoy the fact that they're out running around with each other, and you know, wearing the blue and gold and kicking the footy. So I'm not going to overcomplicate it. I just want them to get out there and enjoy each other's company and really train well.